picked up the PSA 308. Left all my 10-round P mags at the house, so shame on me. I did get an AccuWedge also. So I'm going to pull the bolt, wipe it down with a little bit of roll, and mount the scope up on it, and proceed to proceed. The bolt appears to have some kind of nitride coating on it, which is good. 308 MPI, magnetic particle inspected. So I'm not going to actually tear the whole bolt down, but I am going to put a little bit. For now, that's going to have to work. I don't like it being quite that far back. I like to be able to put a flip up sight also. That can lock over arms. This particular brand of scope mounts, to be honest, the screws feel really soft. A couple times I took them off the Rock River arms. There were times there's been a lot of formation. So I'm only going to torque these 25 inches. This particular load is a 168 grain bullet, match bullet, Hornady, and Federal primer. I forget the particular powder charge. In fact, I forget which powder I'm using. Anyways, my 308 bolt gun, the Remington 700, really likes it. So. And also the FNFAR really likes it. So hopefully this one will also. And I'm hoping that because the scope has already been sighted in, it was sighted in on an A2 platform, though it's 223, well 5.6. Actually technically 223 wild. I am hoping that at least the windage will be fine, and the bullet will strike at least on the paper, where I only have to adjust the horizontal. As I expected, is about 4 feet high. Bring it down. And that's actually disappointing because I made a 1/10 mil adjustment up and 1/10 mil adjustment to the right. As far as I can tell, it didn't move at all. That would be on the scope, not the rifle. Okay. Breaking in the PSA 308 20-inch heavy barrel. The scope I used came off the Rock River Arms. Yeah, I know Coca-Cola, they're anti-people like me. Anyways, came off the Rock River Arms A4 223 Wild /556 /223 Remington. So I figured the windage would be relatively close. I also figured that the horizontal would be quite high, which is, I've had that situation happen when I swapped scopes between 223 and 308s before. So anyways, first two shots were at the center of the target. Number one is off in the stratosphere, number two's and hit right here. So I went down to the very bottom of the target and struck 1 and 2. So that's the third and fourth hits. So I adjusted the scope. Or no, I made a full mil adjustment of the scope. Came down here. So then, without any additional scope adjustments, I aimed for dead center, put these two in, made a ½ mil adjustment, and then that's hit number 7 and number 8. Made a 1/10 mil adjustment up and 1/10 mil adjustment to the right, and that's where those two hit. So those 4 hits at 110 yards is well under a minute. What disappoints me is the scope didn't adjust very well. Should have been, those last 2 hits should have been a little bit further up and over. But that's the scope, not the rifle. 168 grain Hornady match bullet, and I'm not sure the velocity out of this rifle. Okay, just got back from the rifle range about 2 hours ago. It's cooled off. It's probably down into just the 80s. I have my first 100 rounds through the PSA 308, so I figured it'd be a good time to pull the bolt, scrub the barrel out, and go from there. Put a Arkin SH4 Gen 2 6-24 by 50 on it. Just to be honest, not real impressed. So, but that's a different conversation, or at least a later conversation. A lot more light out here in the camera than it is in actuality. So, a lot of carbon, some fouling came out, ran a couple patches through. First dry patch, second dry patch. That's good enough for this rifle, for what it's for. Looks good. Now the question is it going to maintain the accuracy now that it's been cleaned? Let the bolt soak for a little while longer and then tear it apart, wipe it down, It really doesn't have much grime on it anyway, so it's in pretty good shape there. See if we can see a crow. Got a couple owls, at least one owl running around here also. After the first 100 rounds, a little gooey in there, I need to touch that up again. But after the first 100 rounds, no worse for wear. A little bit of wear marks on the bolt right there, but that's be expected. That rubs against the hammer. Make sure I add a little extra oil to that. PS 308 with the new Arkin 6-24. This is the second outing with it. I hadn't had a chance to completely get the rifle zeroed, so these were the first 6 shots. Came over and did 4 more shots after making a little bit of a scope adjustment, another mild scope adjustment, 5 shots. Then went to finish off the last 10 rounds of this particular load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was the first 5 shots after making the final scope adjustment. And then things, whether it's the shooter or the scope or a combination of the two, everything finally settled down. These last 5 shots are probably just slightly a hair over an inch, but the whole group is easily 2.5, 3 inches. I'll put a second target up here with all the with the breakdown. So I think that Arkin might, every time you make an adjustment, you might have take a couple shots to get it to settle down, which is not unusual for a lower price scope. I guess I'll just have to shoot it lots and lots more to find out.